in what? Chaos, as we are pretending that nothing really matters and everything does. Quite frankly, I am concerned as another young man was shot and murdered. And I'm saying, what is it in America where compliance is everything for the people who look like me? And people would force their way into your personal space and demand a level of compliance that they're not entitled to. And I'm saying, I'm so sorry. But the deal is that we have Malcolm, we have Megger, we had all of these people prior to us arriving in the 24th century. We're not like Buck Rogers. No, I'm D.A. Anderson. D.A., the Anderson piece. Well, my ex-husband is deceased. So I was married. And then people would like to think that they can make a joke about I had 3 baby daddies. Yes, I did. Most black women are searching for that one and only, and somehow that one and only just never shows up. But if you were lucky enough to attract it at a young age, and you have compromised and made friendships and just united, that thing does happen. Let me see if we can. I don't know what is that. I don't know where the share button is, but it's around. Oh, there we go. Share, share, share. I just have to push share and share right there again. It doesn't. Oh, there we go. We can share on Facebook. Can share on mm-hmm, X. I don't know. Just concerned because here we are, and the election is right around the corner, and I do mean right around the corner, and my oldest, I can say he doesn't vote. I promise you. He doesn't believe in politics. My middle child is just now beginning to understand politics, but my youngest son has always voted with me. But they would like to know who's encouraging his dialogue, and they just need to know he was educated by his parent. And we do have parenting here. And the deal is, okay, what can I say? I'm just concerned. I'm concerned that there are so many black children that don't graduate. But then we have so many black people that are entertainers like Snoop, and they're not talking for you. And DMX and all of them. I mean, there's just too many to know the names because I don't listen to all of their music. But, I don't listen to Diana Ross. She's really not my style, but she is a famous performer and had many breaks. And simply, her children are of mixed race, and, she's just a beautiful woman. What can I say? She's had the ability to benefit off of the gifts that were bestowed upon her. But I'm concerned that there are many, many people who have been gifted and just have gifts. And it's not for me to judge whether their gifts are unique or enough to make money. But come on now. Nipsey said it. We needed to come together as a people and file a lawsuit against who? It would be the government. And you see, the deal is that so many of you people don't understand the mandatoriness of public education because you must participate. If you choose not to, I promise you, they've got something called willful defiance or attendance. When they do attendance reviews on you, do you understand 3 absences, 35 minutes or more, you could get a truancy? What is that? What is a truancy? Oh, they just want the money without promising you anything. You're not going to get anything because there's nothing for you. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm going to say, it shows you how many people. It doesn't necessarily show you who's in the room, but it really doesn't matter. It is up to you to understand that we all, hello. It is critical because we all pay for public services, and it doesn't matter how much we pay. It matters that we're participating in the pool and that we have supposedly qualified people who are working in these positions. It is just so unfortunate that the positions aren't benefiting you, the people. And when they have figured it out, that all children will get a piece of this federal money here in Nevada, I mean, because they have something called the Millennial Scholarships. And I said, well, how do you fund those Millennial Scholarships? And I'm told that it's funded with federal dollars or state dollars. No, it's just state dollars. But, they have some of the mining money, and they have different things that cannabis money. Oh, yeah, they're going to make sure that their kids get money. And since we're dealing in the rural areas, and the awesome thing about the Biden administration is they're coming out some money for the rural areas. So perhaps we don't have to steal from the urban areas so that we can make sure that services in the urban areas are happening and really apply some real services to the rural areas. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense to see all children can't defend themselves, but what is the defense of mental, you know, understanding? All children can learn. My son, who is 27 now, they said I had him assessed when he was 3 that he needed speech and language development, and he had started having grand mal seizures by then. But know that I was working a full-time job for Los Rios Community College, and in the mailroom where there were no chemicals really, but the copiers next door were full of copying machines, huge ones, because the campus serviced all of the colleges in Sacramento. And I said, okay, so it's the inks and the dyes that get into your system that cause something called chronic pain or fibromyalgia. They just gave it a whole new name. But before, I think it was referred to as rheumatoid factors, because it's like rheumatoid arthritis. But it really doesn't matter, because as long as you are a cannabis compliant, meaning that I do CBD and I do a little bit of shake, and whatever. At 66, I deserve not to be in pain, and I'm not in pain anymore. And I have 3 sons, my 3 sons, and they are very good looking, very handsome sons. And I have 1 granddaughter. And what concerns me is the level of engagement or investment for people who look just like you and me. They don't give a damn. What do they care? And I'm saying, but there's a number of children who are not even talking, and they don't have articulation perhaps, but all of these things you just can't imagine. We had social skills, we had group therapy, we had OT, we had PT, we had physical therapy, we just had it all. And we also had many, many meetings. I mean, anytime I wanted to have a talk about what I felt that my son could not tell me because he was not communicating to me, and we would have a meeting about it. And then we would come to an understanding of how it happens, and that's the way it is. But it's nothing, absolutely nothing, if you don't know that you have the right to pull the asses to the table to talk about what your child can and cannot do. Because life is about human dignity. You know what I'm saying? Humanity. And here we are, and we don't care about anything. I mean, I had a neighbor for a long time, and I've been here for about 6 years, and this is the senior community that I live in. And he would come out in his drawers, and I'd say, Sammy, what are you doing? You're out here in your drawers. And he would laugh, and he'd be taking the dog out to take a piss or whatever. But I'm saying that we need to be neighborly because we're all living together in this earth. And in America, you don't know who your neighbors are, and you don't know the people from down the street. It is unfortunate that so many of us don't care, but it's really unfortunate, like with that incident that happened in San Francisco, where the child was being molested or raped or whatever, and having all those babies by the ex-president. I mean, come on now. And he had a parole officer, but there were children in the backyard. And he had raped that child. He had stolen a child and just made it like a concubine. I mean, but there have been many instances where people are living next door to people that are just totally wacko because they don't communicate with their neighbors. And it's difficult to talk anymore because it's not we the people anymore. We don't do debates, and nobody wants to be known as being the person who is restricted. And they will tell you, guess what? It's a secret. You're the only one that's knowing that you're going to be punished. But we're going to let you know every time you move your hand. Oh, you're restricted. You can't do that. Oh, you're restricted. I'm sorry. You can't do that. Oh, I'm saying, excuse me. When did I die? and wake up and have a new master. Because, Master, please don't beat me like that, because I don't know how to behave. Oh, somebody didn't like it. Well, my people were gone. I had gotten up to 8 people in a second, and then they all went away. But guess what? This is 2024, and we live in America. And in the next 60 days or so, change is going to happen. It'll have to go to the redirection of the way it should have went always, as it is we the people and all children have a right and have the ability to make progress. It matters what we choose to, it matters what we choose to measure. And as we're learning that perhaps this election is going to be one that's going to understand that we are Americans and we are only responsible for ourselves, each and every one of us. And so we will have conversation about what's happening, the lack of outcomes for the people who look like us, and perhaps what can change. And we're going to understand that federal means everyone is at the table. And what a blessing it is that we can all communicate. And it really doesn't matter. You don't have to like me, you don't have to agree, but know this, it is we the people. And as long as I said the Pledge of Allegiance, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for Darlene Anderson. Now, you got it. Let's keep it and understand in these next 60 days or so, it is we the people, and we are going to show up in the masses, and we are going to be heard in the masses, because failure will never be an option again, as we cannot incarcerate and lock up people just because they didn't know the way. We're going to have to train them how to get to San Jose. So, y'all have a blessed evening. It was nice to come on here and just spend a few seconds with you, but understand it is we, and not just me. It is us. And we have work to do. So let's get this work done, y'all. Have a blessed day.